Georgia won the toss. They elected to defer as we are underway with clean, old-fashioned hate. Here's Haynes as Jamal Haynes takes it ahead for 3 yards. Michael Williams, and all of a sudden getting loose is Haynes, wrapping around that right side.
Well, a phenomenal job inside running here by Haynes at 190 pounds. He just kept his legs turned, Joe. Wow. Georgia wasn't able to get him on the ground to use that speed to bounce outside of Dalen Everett.
King's going to run it himself. King off the play action as he goes to Eric Singleton.
Deep, they're going to get him involved in the run game as well. Good.
King goes underneath, able to connect, and the first man misses Malik Rutherford. Jamal Haynes. King's going to run it himself. Finds a little bit of a crease. Haynes King. Out of the backfield is Jamal Haynes.
Of course, Georgia Tech, they both want to win this game.
Dash Jones from the 2-yard line on the return. The freshman is your starting running back, and he will get the first carry of the night as he spins. 2nd and 3. Back. Quick to the outside. Incomplete. We're down in 3. Back. Incomplete. Billy Stockton going to call for the fair catch. Defense, he coaches on their second drive. Haynes King downfield, wide open and complete.
Crowd into. Now, we were talking about Haynes King and how it would look throwing the ball downfield.
With the shoulder injury, then switching in and out the last couple games, getting better every week. This is the best he's looked. And of course, this is 2nd and 5. Alexander off right tackle. Alexander keeps his balance. Singleton will get the carry. He's a dynamic. 2nd and 5. Fake the short pitch as Haynes King drive 20. A big runner. 3rd and 1. He's going to take it straight ahead, and let's see, will they mark it? Haynes. I don't know that he got it.
Defensive coordinator and the rest of this team.
Here's Robinson getting a carry, and that's good to see. Robinson again. And this time, back with time, and he gets it complete to Dylan Bell for
last 2 games is out, and now you got the injury to show it.
Here's Phillips on the carry. Pass midfield. Carson Beck getting Nate Frazier in position as he takes the carry here. Frazier, 2nd and 5. Beck, play action, gonna take a strike to the end zone, and it's beyond. 3rd and 5. Jones on 4th down. 4th down and 3 for Carson Beck and the Dogs. And an easy pitch and catch. Beck looks left and then goes back to check down. 2nd down. They go with Smith, and Smith lunges ahead. Smith. 3rd and 1. Nate Frazier struggling. Frazier, 4th and 1. He tries to reach for it. And the Yellow Jackets back out there. Jamal Haynes patiently looking for something. Now reverses course, picks up a block from the quarterback, Haynes King. It's the SEC on ABC, presented by Target, returns after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
When you get to the right area.
Well, we got to push it in the end zone. I mean, we got 3rd and 1 right there. Got 2 downs, and we don't get the first. So we got to get adjustments made and get our plan together.
Haynes King, the healthiest he's been since early October, as he's going to run the ball here, and Haynes King will go ahead for
very good decisions very, very quickly in these zone read checks.
2nd and 2, run pass option as he dives.
And are huge for Georgia Tech.
Mentioned that win against Miami. Play action here as he comes back against the grain to Rutherford. 2nd and 6. King gets it out quickly, gets it complete. Singleton, first down Tech. Paul Haynes as he's stacked. Alexander on 2nd down as he spins his way toward you. A 3rd down and 4. Haynes King with time to the end zone. Incomplete.
So you see 2 down here. He's playing that, and Haynes King's thinking, if I put this out.
Aiden Burr off the upright. He drives into Georgia territory. You got to come away with points.
Yeah, and you're playing against a team that.
Frazier. He is back. And Georgia's just 1 of 4 on 3rd down conversions. Back with pressure, straight ahead, and he is sacked. Georgia tonight. Stockton looking to provide good field position. A big boot from Thorson, driving him all the way back.
Paying off these drives.
Yeah, 3 drives into Georgia territory, and yet just 3 points. Scout team, and he was playing slot receiver, and then all of a sudden he bursts on the scene with a 1,000-yard season. This is complete pass. Jamal Haynes off left tackle. That's going to be against Georgia.
That time is Weston Franklin, Georgia Tech centers, trying to get out on the block.
That was awkward as Haynes King makes the most of it. In fact, he gets timeout. Field goal lead for Georgia Tech. Haynes King, 2nd down and 8. Jamal Haynes back in motion. Here's King. Incomplete. Texas. 3rd down and 8. They bring the pressure straight up the middle. It is complete. It is a 1st down, and it's 1st and goal because of big Jackson Hall. 1st and goal. King into the end zone. Sting him. And this Georgia offense take advantage. Play action. They go with the tight end, who is upended and then dragged down. Remember, it is Gibbs who's in for the injured Shelley. 2nd and 9. That is up in the air and falling harmless. 3rd down and 9. Beck. That is complete for a 1st down.
They're going to get the ball first in the 2nd half.
1st down after the 19-yard completion. Beck with time, goes with a shallow cross. Again, the tight end, Jurasic. 2nd and 1. Receiver screen, love it. And that's a 1st down. Ball came out at the end there. The ball came out at the end there, and it's a fumble recovery. Georgia Tech.
16, you see him right there. He tries to slip the block. He's able to catch up, knock the ball loose with his left arm.
And Jesse, look who came into the game there. That's Warren Burrell, who was dealing with the injury, but there's the turnover. Haynes King. Nothing happening with motion. Empty look here for Haynes King. And he struggles with a 10-zip lead, facing 3rd and 10 against number 7 Georgia. And King gets it complete.
Is phasing him right now. Look at the pocket Haynes King has to throw from.
Quickly getting it out to Chase Lane again.
Get more positive yards.
Faulkner, who had been on this Georgia staff when they won those national championships earlier tonight. 3rd down and 1. It's Haynes King getting loose. Haynes King still on his feet. All Haynes. 2nd and 8, under a minute till halftime. Haynes King with time. Comes shallow to Singleton. Singleton
clear, then a nice accurate throw.
And he's going to clock it. Remember. Here's King, and he had to throw it away. King. Pressured. Stays alive. Jamal Haynes reaching and getting it.
On his feet, but then finding Haynes here on the outside.
Look at the Superman dive by Jamal Haynes. But to your point, Haynes King just to keep it alive, and then this finish. Carson Beck, final moments of this first half. That was batted right at the line of... Just a three-man pressure here. They drop 8, so they go underneath with Robinson. Robinson.
5-yarder against Clemson, first game of the season.
Beck looking to extend the play. Now he will run. Remember, 2 timeouts remain. It's an unranked Georgia Tech. Beck, final seconds. He just gets it to the out. 5 seconds remaining as Georgia Tech, you see him playing way off and deep. There it is, quick to the outside. That never had a chance. And for the first time since 2019, Georgia has been shut out in a first half of a game.
Right here, this is going to be a real tone setter for them.
Georgia to get the ball here. Here's Frazier out of the backfield as Frazier.
Clemson's able to beat South Carolina tomorrow.
Clemson or Miami against SMU for the ACC championship. Downfield incomplete.
We talk about all the drops and contested drops. That's just a play Dominic.
3rd down and 4. Beck trying to find an option. Georgia Tech defense swarming, and it's incomplete. Set a tone on that opening drive, and instead it's the 3rd 3 and out of the evening for the Dogs as they scatter away from this Brett Thorson punt, and it takes a roll. He's going to run the ball to start this second half. 2nd and 9. They set up the screen as he goes to single. Here's King. Incomplete. Evans is back deep for Georgia. Oh, and he muffs it! He muffs it! Here's the reverse, and it's Arian Smith. And he's got a lot of room in front. Arian Smith lowers the shoulder.
The reverse with Arian Smith, and how about Xavier Truss? 6'7", 320-pound right tackle. Look at big fella 73. Just out there in space trying to get a block. Arian Smith finishes the run.
30 yards on the reverse. Beck. 2nd and 10. Frazier.
Up front.
Here's a 3rd down and 8. Goes shallow, and Cash Jones will cash in. 1st down, Georgia. Frazier inside the 5, driving towards that goal line. Does this ball come out? Let's see Frazier. Listen, all of a sudden Daniels has.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands.
Robinson is the tailback in the I formation. Play action off of it to the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs. Oscar finally get on the scoreboard. Beck swinging it around. Love it, and love it is
Snap.
Illegal motion. Offense. Number 6. Penalties decline. The try is no good.
Again, the atmosphere is going to be unbelievable.
Of course, the winner will play Georgia in the SEC champ. That's a live ball, so Singleton forced to field it. King. As he
Holding. Offense. Number 85.
Here's King from the end zone. A strike. And look at this as Isaiah Canyon coming from Haynes King. They go with the jet motion with Singleton, who turns the corner. Second and 3. He gets it to Rutherford, and Rutherford will dart ahead.
Leader these last several weeks.
First down, he's going to pull it, and he's going to go underneath to the tight end, Hawes. Second and 4. King. Here's Alexander, met right at midfield. Third and 4. Here's King, and he's got the first down.
Good territory.
First down as they go with the pop pass to Singleton. That was second down and 11 after that good defensive play by Chambliss. King backed up as he's being pursued, and then just tonight, third down and 11. King pressured. He's going to try to run it himself. Kept his balance. Look at this, getting extra.
Going to get it himself.
Fourth down and 3. Can he get there? Yes.
Long.
Great job by the true freshman Harrison Moore on the block there. Jamal Haynes, he goes ahead. Second and 8. King hooks up with the big tight end. Georgia Tech. This is the 13th play. RPO. Here's Singleton. Second and 9. King's going to run again. He gets loose. He spins free. And
was able to bounce off it and just keep his legs going.
Extraordinary effort, Jesse.
Yeah, again, just refusing to go down.
Now it's first and goal. The 16th play of the drive. They were backed up to their own 2-yard line. When we start the fourth quarter, they're going to be knocking on the door of a score. The SEC on ABC, presented by Target, returns after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
It's a great job of the quarterback run game, and he's really physical.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Third and goal. Here he is, Haynes King. Remember, he had a short attempt that went off the upright earlier. 14-point deficit for the number 7 team in the country. Nate Frazier with a good off of their shoulders with a win here tonight. Now can they rally? Beck going to have to check down to Frazier as Frazier goes ahead. Play Georgia trailing by 14. Beck escapes pressure and gets it to play, trailing by 2 touchdowns. Frazier tackled for a loss. Gap pressure, and they come with it. Beck on 3rd and 8, checks down to Delp. Delp, first down, Bulldogs.
God, he made a good, quick decision.
Robinson
giving up rushing. It's phenomenal.
Second down, Beck. Gets it complete in stride. It's Lovett. First down run. Frazier gets loose. And Frazier is minutes. Georgia trying to rally back. Beck gets it up quickly. Smith straight ahead. Met at the 5-yard line.
End position. These athletes, big weapons.
Second and goal. Beck to the end zone. Incomplete.
That was Amari Harvey on the comeback route. Really nice throw, but better coverage.
Goal. Beck pumps. Back in the end zone. Incomplete. Minutes to play. 4th and goal. Pressure on Beck. That is incomplete. A flag is down.
Talked about the tight end group.
Pass interference. Defense, number 21.
Motion. He's running a slant right in front of the Kansas State transfer.
Georgia. Beck. Play action. Humphreys trying to dive ahead.
Fast.
Quick to the line. 2nd and goal. Frazier straight ahead. Touchdown, Georgia. A 30-game home winning streak on the line. The 4-year seniors, they've never lost at home. And it's a true freshman who's rallying them back.
Field and get it back to Carson Beck.
Here's Jamal Haynes. That's a good,
an explosive one.
Personal foul. Close collar. Defense, number 2. 15-yard penalty added to the end of the run. Automatic first down.
And the deal is right now, if you're
Haynes King patiently looking.
game plan and executed it flawlessly.
King to pass. He's going to take a shot all of a sudden. As he... King drives the ball complete. It's Eric Singleton busting loose. What a big play.
Buckeye Starks, and Starks gets picked by his own guy in coverage. Watch Singleton come up on the curl there. Starks trying to break on it. He ran into Daniel Harris, and that freed up space for Singleton.
Giving number 7 Georgia everything. Alexander now get 2nd and 5. King to run it with a big block straight ahead. Haynes King touchdown
For King. Cannot say enough about how well this offensive line has played against a physical Georgia deep.
Carson-Beck 5.5 minutes to play, trailing by.
This would be probably the biggest win he's had, maybe even bigger than the one against Miami. His first 2 full seasons as head coach.
Well, considering the rivalry, Roderick Robinson takes it ahead, and
Look at his record there against ranked opponents in the ACC. It's remarkable.
here he
Playmaker. And Haynes King has been unbelievable tonight.
Here's a completion. Here's Beck on first down. And I see a courageous effort as well. 2nd down. Beck. Here's Cash Jones out of the backfield. Makes a move to the inside. He will have a first down for the SEC championship, knowing you're already in the college football playoff. But now the pressure, if they don't pull this off, here's Humphreys. Clock counting down. 2nd and 4. Beck to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. Touchdown drive.
They're going to have Dominic Lovett on the left side running a seam throw. I want you to look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what he's trying to fit this football into. He's able to roll it firm with an arc over top of Clayton Powell-Lee. We talk about how Carson Beck has the talent to be a first overall pick in the draft. It's throws like that. You just simply can't coach.
Georgia has a 30-game home winning streak. Here's Singleton on the return. Singleton tried to reverse course for a moment.
In the dance.
But can Haynes King close this out? Tap pass. Haynes King is going to give it to Singleton. Singleton struggles to get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 13. Haynes King to pass. And then vert. King on his own. Where are they going to mark this? His forward progress looks like he got it. Georgia comes away with the football. How did this happen?
Ball comes out. Dan Jackson makes the hit. Watch it come out and just lay on the ground. Number 78 to the left, Stackhouse. He doesn't even see it there.
Football playoff spot. Beck. He's going to run it straight ahead, but Beck with a man in his face. Incomplete.
Pass interference. Defense, number 16. First down.
You see the fighting in the back end, just way too much contact.
Beck. He can't get free. Fighting his 2nd and 9. Beck looking for anything. That is batted at the line of scrimmage. Beck looking to extend the play. He's going to run for it. Can he get there? Bulldogs.
It's the right decision. Nothing open downfield right away. Carson Beck. I'm going to let my athleticism take this thing over again. Better.
Beck to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
Fantastic play called by Mike Bobo here. They're working a pick play outside on a quick wheel from the slot to Dominic Lovett. Picture perfect back shoulder throw. There is no defense.
just a spectacular. King just going to run it straight ahead. Going to go shallow underneath the chase lane. Lane's got some yardage. Here's Haynes King. They drop 8 into coverage. He goes underneath to the running back. Haynes' ball came out there at the end.
It was going to be a minimal gain, and if that was complete, I would have taken more time off the clock.
That's close.
You look at it super slow-mo like that.
Pressure on King. They pick it up. Ball is in the air and falls harmlessly. 3rd down and 13 seconds. They bring pressure again. They go shallow underneath the Singleton. Singleton turns the corner. Officials who actually asked for the timeout, even though Brent Key was sitting there for an upset win in it. 4th and 1. 7 seconds remain. Ball was batted. For what will be a miracle heave from Carson Beck. Ball is stripped out. That was Scott and Biggers caving in on Carson Beck.
Again, head, tail, what is your call? Heads. Heads is the call.
Heads is the call. Heads is the call.
It is heads.
With the attempt to score. This is Phillips. As he is up. 2nd and 7, first overtime, short pitch Frazier. Frazier nearly slipped and then 3rd down and 5, first overtime. Carson Beck with time. He goes underneath to him.
Carson Beck at zone coverage.
Looks his way, pumps. Now to the end zone, and into the end zone is Humphries. King able to get it to his tight end, Hawes. Haynes King, quarterback run. Off left tackle, and he spins ahead. Haynes King to pass. And they've got it! Eric Singleton. College football playoff with a win. Pesky, upset-seeking Yellow Jackets. Trying to grab a signature win. Chad Alexander, the wide receiver playing running back. As they fake it, and Rutherford's thought about throwing it, now he runs it inside the 10. Ball came out at the end as he is
Lineman for Georgia, who at first wasn't pursuing the play. I got to tell you, Joe, for a guy that's 280 pounds.
Haynes King is going to get in. Georgia Tech retakes the lead. King. Ball is batted. And offensive possession, Georgia. Carson Beck to pass. Late pressure, lofts it, and into the end zone is Cash Jones.
Around Clayton Powell-Lee at safety is coming on the blitz. He sees Jones come out of the backfield. He's like, do I cover him? No, I'm supposed to keep blitzing.
And the seniors who have never lost a home game, will they complete the rally and the comeback? Incomplete. Georgia from the 3-yard line. Carson Beck. Pocket collapsing, throws it to the end zone, and it is incomplete.
Sideline warning against Georgia.
Georgia Tech for the win. Can King find it? No! Haynes King.
There is no foul for roughing the passer. The try is incomplete.
He beats the right tackle to the inside. Jones again out of the backfield.
Beck to win the game, extending the play. Flag is down as he is taken down.
Holding offense number 73. That penalty's declined. Try is no good.
Back, 5th overtime, 2-point conversion attempt. Edge pressure, they pick it up, and they get the 2-pointer with Dylan Bell to tie the game and 6 overtimes. They do it! Malik Haynes King. Pressure up the middle on King. And they get him! For the win. Oh my! Arian Smith drops it!
This game, he just lost concentration. Dylan Bell goes up. Clayton Powell-Lee goes up. Dylan Bell actually tipped it.
It was tipped by Bell. All-time classic. 7th overtime. Straight ahead, trying to fight for it, but Beck was denied.
Who was first there to make the stop. Yep, he's able to pick him up off the ground.
Zip line.
Total confusion by Georgia.
King to the end zone for the win. No!
Pass interference. Defense. While we place at the 1 yard line, we'll try.
They get this. King is going to try to get it himself, and he is denied by C.J. Allen.
I think Kirby Smart's going to let this one go. No timeout.
He lets it go. Haynes King being chased. Haynes King desperate to the end zone. Incomplete. Looking for Singleton. Georgia's going to have a chance to win it. To make the college football playoff. Frazier straight ahead and straight in. Oh, it's great in 8. Georgia wins it. 8 overtimes. Georgia, big time. 44-42. For Jesse and Katie, I'm Joe Tessitore. Enjoy the rest of your night. Coming up next, your local news over most of these ABC stations.